Shalom Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. And I just made, watching a couple of videos basically on the demonization tactics against the Israelites. And I want to play a few clips, get a couple of scriptures, and that'll be that. The first clip, as you can see the title, Black Hebrew Israelites versus Israeli Park Authority. Now, we all know that there is no such thing as black when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites. You're a Hebrew Israelites or you're not. So, and that's part of the demonization tactics as well, calling us black or African when we're not black, nor are we African. Those are two made-up constructs by the so-called white man, which are known in the Bible as Edomites. And we say so-called white because they're not white. Edom actually comes from the word red because they are red. They are red people. So, and of course, white was a made-up term that they made up for themselves in 1681. So, without further ado, I'm going to play this video, or a part of this video.
Beit Israel is a community originally from the United States with roots in the Black Hebrew Israelites movement. Now based in Israel, the religious group believes Tel Arad to be the true Jerusalem.
These are the people of the book. That's right.
The Israeli government, however, does not recognize Tel Arad as a holy site.
Israel have a law, you see, that indicates that if you have a holy place within the land of Israel, that you should be able to visit there freely, you see, without having to pay entry for it.
Now, he just mentioned a law that the Israelis have over in our land. Basically, you can visit any place, any religious place freely without having to pay for it. And this is a park. And this is one of their own laws. One of the Israeli state's laws.
So because of that, we want what everybody else, what every other community have in Israel. We want our people that's coming from America, our people that live here in Israel, we want to be able to enter into the holy place.
Leader of Beit Israel, Hoshua Amariel, is citing an Israeli law enacted 52 years ago. The law says holy places will be protected from any desecration, with freedom of access to those who hold them as sacred. Tel Arad is currently under Israel's Park Authority, where it is being treated as a national park and campsite. Beit Israel's activities are slowly being banned from the site, and its members must pay a fee to enter for prayers.
I fear God more than I fear men. You understand? So we do go ahead and do what we're required to do, but we have a backlash afterwards saying that we broke the rules of the place.
Several years ago, Beit Israel began working with Israeli lawyer Daniel Taib.
Handshake. That's the handshake for the revolution, the Torah revolution.
Together, they are working on bringing the case before the Israeli government to have Tel Arad officially recognized as a holy place.
Over the past year, the situation started escalating. Before last year, Chief Hoshua and his community could go there for their ceremonies and sacrifices. Everything was authorized, no one hurt anyone. Now they are being given difficulties to practice their rituals, so we are stepping up our legal actions to help.
Currently, the group holds most of their rituals outside the boundaries of the park's authority.
So, basically, to hinder them from praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai over in the land of Jerusalem, they're making them pay now. So they have to get lawyers and all that stuff. Now, of course, we know that our people shouldn't really be there right now. However, they're not doing anything wicked over there, just trying to pray to the Lord in the land. But the point of this video is basically the devil is going to do any and everything to hinder you Jakes from this truth. And I got Ezra chapter 4 starting at 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded a temple unto Yahweh, power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your power as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Asher, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power. We ourselves together will build unto Yahweh, power of Israel, as King Cyrus the king of Persia has commanded us. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah, and troubled them in building, and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus king of Persia, and until the reign of Darius king of Persia. And in the reign of Ahasuerus, in the beginning of his reign, wrote they unto him an accusation against the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem. 2 Ezra chapter 2 verse 28. Then the king wrote back again to Rathamus the story writer, to Bil Tetamus and Simalaeus the scribe, and the rest that were in commission, and the dwellers in Samaria and Syria and Phoenice, after this manner. I have read the epistle which ye have sent unto me. Therefore I commanded to make a diligent search, and it had been found that the city was from the beginning practicing against kings, and the men therein given to rebellion and war, and the mighty kings and fierce were in Jerusalem, who reigned and exacted tributes in Seleucia and Phoenice. Now therefore I commanded to hither those men from building the city, and heed to be taken that there be no more done in it. So basically, and this is back in ancient days when we were conquered and put into slavery. Then we built a temple to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and then they hindered us at every stop because it wasn't for them. Same thing in 2 Ezra. They wrote letters to the king, just like in Ezra, or same thing in 1 Ezra, just like in Ezra and KJV. They wrote to the king to hinder us from building. And in 1 Ezra 2 and 28, the king wrote back, hinder them from building, And, there's a lot of groups out there that tried to hinder the Israelites from building. Building what? The nation of Israel. As it is written, we shall remember ourselves in the place of our captivity. That's building the temple. Remember, the temple is actually the people before it's the place. Just like when it says Jerusalem, that's a people before the place, man. And Esau has all types of things set up to hinder us. This is just one of the things that's hindering them over there. And over here, of course, I can't play this video because it's not a news video. It's just from this guy here, which, like I say, there's nothing black about the Hebrew Israelites. And he also knows that the Hebrew Israelites consist of the so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos. But he say black Hebrew Israelites refuted. And then the first thing you notice, because he's supposed to be a minister or a pastor or a preacher, right? First thing you notice when you look at this devil is he has no Bible in his hands. He has a whole lot to say, but in his whole video he has no Bible in his hand. And then he puts up bullet points, black Hebrew Israelites. This group is not monolithic. In other words, there are different sects of the group. It's not as a whole body. But can't you say the same thing about Christianity? Don't they got different denominations of Christians? But this is another demonization tactic. And then if you look at it, This group is not monolithic. They got African Hebrew Israelites, Black Hebrew Israelite, or Black Hebrews and Black Israelites. None of our groups ever say that we are African or black, because we're not. We're not African, nor are we black. And those are made up terms that Esau put on us, the Edomites put on us, aka the so-called white man. And then they have all these different things to demonize the Israelites. And it is written that this is what they're supposed to do. I mean, that's the devil for you. In this news article, hate group increase. You know, and they got the Israelites as a hate group. But guess what? We're not a hate group. We're a love group. We're a love for our own people group. Esau and the other nations just are not included. And they are to be punished for the things that they have done. It's hateful to tell the truth now. Is basically what they're saying. Because we are not a hate group. This is John chapter 15. I start at the point, which is in 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Why? Because we're telling the truth. Because it's not us that's prophesying out there. It's Yahushua in us that's prophesying. So the world hates Yahushua. The world hates the Most High. Because Yahushua in us is prophesying against this world. Same thing in Luke 21:17. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. In other words, while we're out there doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Yahushua is working with us, prophesying against this place, and all men hate us. All men of this world. Christianity, what is it? These regular Christians out here, they all hate us. Why? Because we're telling the truth against this world. And in this particular video, it was citing the thing that happened with the high school Edomites while the Israelites were basically prophesying against them, letting them know the real. And this guy was making it look like they were so innocent, just like Edomites do. These kids, they were doing this and they were doing that because of the hateful speech. Hey, the speech ain't hateful, it's just the truth. And you devils are serpents. So the speech ain't hateful. And you got this this devil here, call himself Dr. Brown, and he thinks that he's a Christian. No, he's not. He's just another devil. And in this particular video, he says something to the point of Jesus could be black, but he came to save all of us. He came to save you and me. No. You devils know good and well that if so-called Jesus is black, he's not coming to save you. That's why he said Jesus could be black. In other words, he's letting you know that he don't believe it, and he cannot believe it, because that's one thing that sets you devils off. The Lord cannot be a so-called black man in your eyes, because you're the devil. And the devil loves his own, you know. If you were of the world would love its own, you know. And this devil is very, very bigoted and racist himself. And then, of course, you got the 2/3 crew along with Vocab Malone. You know, these are all hindrances to the building of the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which are the people of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos. And like I say, Vocab, No Class Malone, Vocab the Edomite, along with 2/3, man. Because there's a lot of you jakes out there that don't get the truth, that's going to stand with the world and be destroyed with the world. But this is a short video basically about the hindrances of the building of the temple of the Lord, which the temple are the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos, and there's more hindrances to come. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.